myself that I can change. Remind myself to not complain. But our love is not the same. But our love is not the same. Our feelings change like sea.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
That was Skylar Cole singing the national anthem. A fantastic rendition. And a good Thursday evening to you. 2K Sports presents the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And on the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Julius Randle.
He's been playing a much bigger role in their offense over the past 5 games. It comes across in his usage rate, which has gone up during that stretch. We'll see if they continue to lean on him here tonight.
So the New York starting 5, we've got Mikal Bridges. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Precious Achiuwa. Then it's Josh Hart, and it's Payne in at the 1. And for the Timberwolves, Conley and Edwards are the guards. McDaniels is out there with Randall, and it's Gobert in at the 5, roaming the paint. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Now here's Conley. McDaniels with the ball. Edwards inside, defended by Hart. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Edwards plays with such ferocity.
It's Hart on the wing. From downtown, Randall grabs the board. Minnesota with the ball. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
And being slow on your rotations is a killer. There's not a team in the league that won't punish you for that.
Edwards, good.
Well, right there, Edwards uses the screen to create the space he needs.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
I had a chance to catch up with Chris Finch. Now, I spoke to him about the plan for Karl Anthony Towns now. Coach said, we know Cat has size and power, so we're hoping we can match him there. We don't want to make ourselves soft targets for him. You can expect it to be intense and physical down on the block. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Conley gets the bucket.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Got that one up quick.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Oh, here's Edwards. Coming in off a 41-point performance last game out. Another miss by Conley.
He hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
Here's Edwards. Outside for Randall. Sinks the triple.
And helping the team space the floor there. Randall with so much more confidence now from the outside.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at the Timberwolves. They've climbed all the way up to the second spot.
And you know, with the Knicks, they've blown away the so-called experts' opinions. People who didn't realize how high their ceiling really was.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Out to the right wing. Pass to Hart. The three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. This, their first look at this year's New York squad.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. Two teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
This is a potential finals preview. As good as it gets early in the season.
Here's Hart. Michael Conley making his last shot. Hart, no good. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, here's Randall. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Precious Achiuwa.
And the physicality of Randall's game, impressive. It's what earns him those calls.
That free throw good from Randall.
You know, one thing you have to admire about Randall is his hunger to get better. He is a real leader who leads by example.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Edwards. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Sims is checked in. Knicks trail by 9. In the corner, it's Bridges. To end the run, pass to Hart, shoots the three, and the three ball is good.
You can't afford to let Hart get going from deep. He's ready to shoot it when given the opportunity.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. McDaniels gets a wide open look. It's hauled in by Achiuwa.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
And that one, good.
One tough customer. Bridges fighting for the basket in close.
Timberwolves leading by 4. Randall surveying the D. Pass to DiVincenzo. Outside Conley. 5 to shoot. Takes a 3. Knicks with the rebound.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Hart, that's good.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Now here's Conley. His last outing, he had 8 points. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Bridges for 3. Kept alive by New York. Payne passes to Hart. Back to Payne. Launches a 3. Cans it from downtown. Payne's got 6 points. Minnesota's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Conley with it. Working on Payne. Conley's shot is off.
You got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
With 1 on the clock. Doesn't go that time. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. New York ahead. They score 11 straight to finish off the period. From Target Center, back in a moment. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Knicks.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
They've got Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Anthony Edwards. Naz Reid out there with Joe Ingles. And it's Minot in at the power forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Outside Edwards. Fades. And it's good off the back rim and in. He's got 6. And here we are, Greg, about a third of the way through the season. Is it too early to talk about MVP?
Some people debate that even before the season begins. I think we do have a front runner, but out of respect for the field, I'll keep that to myself.
Edwards can't hit.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 5. Pass to Minot from deep. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Well, defensively, all eyes are on Edwards, and that creates opportunities for others.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Minnesota making a switch. Miller's checked in. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Anthony Edwards.
And one thing that has been very consistent for him the last few years, his ability to continue to deliver more and more offense. He's been doing everything that's been asked of him.
New York's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Here's Ryan. Drops in the tray. Ryan's got the lead up to 5 now for the Knicks.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc. Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
And despite his young age, Coach Van Gundy, Anthony Edwards' leadership qualities growing day by day.
Yeah, Kevin, and a lot of it's because he is great at both ends of the court. Confident, charismatic, upbeat. He's learning that delicate balance between taking over a game and bringing his teammates along for the ride.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too. So I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David. Miller finds Ingles. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Saturday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Monday, they'll head home and take on the Toronto Raptors.
And for that game against San Antonio, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Dillingham's checked in for the Timberwolves. Pass to Hart. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound, Minnesota. And here is DiVincenzo. For the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. DiVincenzo's got his first 3 points of the game.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Bridges for 3. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
For 3, Edwards. Rebounded by Hart. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
And missed free throws are killers, especially when you consider how many they missed. Hopefully, they stay late to practice after that one.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Hey guys, arguably the most exciting move on draft night was the Wolves trading up to acquire Rob Dillingham with the number 8 pick. Dillingham is known as the top shot creator in this rookie class, but defense has been something to keep an eye on. So where better to go than an elite defensive team that needed just another player to take them over the top offensively? The Wolves look at Rob Dillingham as the potential point guard of the future to replace Mike Conley Jr., guys.
Yes, a big test. Hey, Shams, thank you very much. We've got some talented defensive big men in the league today, Coach. But in your opinion, who would you say is the best rim protector?
Well, Kevin, I would have said Rudy Gobert because people didn't even want to go to the rim and challenge him. Right. Anthony Davis is great. But I'm telling you, the young guy, Victor Wembanyama, I think is the best we've got now.
Isn't he something else, Dan? We've never seen anything like him.
We never have, and I'm not sure we ever will again.
Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Minnesota. The Knicks leading by 6. Payne looking around. Connects from three-point range. Payne's got his third basket of the night right there.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's DiVincenzo. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The Knicks have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Bridges misses. Timberwolves have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. But on that shot, with that, the Knick lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Conley.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
Randall down low. Achiuwa's on him. Randall with the bucket. Randall's got 7.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Lets it go from deep. Payne's shot is good. Payne's got the lead up to 10 now for New York.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Randall kicks to McDaniel. Back to Randall. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Gobert uses the glass to finish the layup. Gobert's got his first points in this one.
This is Rudy in his zone, where his shot is within easy reach.
The shot's good from Achiuwa.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
And so it's the New York Knicks with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Karl Anthony Towns. An impressive first half and a nice start for you guys. How did that happen?
I mean, yeah, we had some great days of practice. You know, this is what happens when you got some days off.
Got the spring in your step again. Thanks, Karl Anthony. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Welcome, everybody. The story at the half could be summed up as a dominating performance for the New York Knicks.
They've made it fun to watch. Some of the best players in the world doing what they do best, Ernie.
Yeah, when everything clicks, it can be the most beautiful game on earth. 5 guys with one mission. All right, fellas, let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming schedule.
A bunch of road games coming up. This could be a good challenge for them.
Yeah, it could bond these guys together, help team chemistry. Depends on what these guys are made of. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game, Kevin Harlan and crew, with the second half.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. The Knicks leading by 10. Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. Bridges out there with Precious Achua. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's Payne. And it's Towns in at the 5 spot. And the foul called on Cameron Payne. That is his first foul of the game. First team foul. Conley kicks to Randall. Gobert with a screen for Randall. Inside. And finished off by Gobert.
What a slam by Gobert. He's solid getting positioning inside and using it to his advantage.
You know, Coach, what more can you ask? The reigning 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert.
Well, Kevin, since you asked, his impact in the playoffs hasn't always been the same as during the regular season. That's got to be the next step.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Wingman Jaden McDaniel said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough. And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own."
Always being physical. But David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report.
They are on fire to start this second half. 3 for 3 and looking totally insane.
Here's Edwards. Inside, Edwards finishes strong.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to talk to his guys.
To look at numbers for Anthony Edwards. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. He's around 30 points per clip, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
Hey, Stan, as a coach, what was the most difficult part when transitioning from college to the pros?
That's a great question, Kevin, and I think 2 things. Number 1, the length and the pace of the season. You just didn't have the time to prepare for the next game. Everything was sped up. And then, obviously, the talent of the players, so you're trying to game plan and come up with a way to stop guys who are essentially unstoppable.
Here's Randall. It's rebounded by New York. Achua's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Hart, that's good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And stolen by Payne. Plays it in off the breakaway. Payne's got 4 this quarter.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
What's the run?
Back to Randall to stop the run, and the layup is good. Randall's got 9.
And how about the touch there inside? And that's where Randall likes to get the ball, and you can see why. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Gobert with a screen on Hart to the inside, and finished off by Gobert.
With his giant frame, Gobert sets a good screen and then just pivots into open position.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
Conley sets a screen for Edwards. Offensive rebound, and finished off by Gobert.
Looks like Gobert's got magnets in his hands. He's led the league in rebounding before in his career.
It's stolen by Gobert. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Randall. The layup off target. And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Tips it, and it's Towns on the follow. 10 points for him.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
.111 left in the third. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for McDaniels. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Edwards. And Dillingham subbed in for Mike Conley. We've got 1:08 left here in the third quarter. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open beyond the arc.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
To the middle, here's Reid, and Reid throws it down.
That's what Reid brings to the table. He's got an impressive combination of strength and mobility.
High in the pass to Sims. This one for three. Sinks the three-pointer. McBride's got his second bucket tonight.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Pass to Ingles. Beyond the arc. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's DiVincenzo. Sims with the rebound. Sims has got rebound number 5 here tonight. McBride hits the three-point bomb. McBride's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Knicks. And so it's New York holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. Right back after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Joe Ingles is out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Dillingham. Then there's Edwards. And it's DiVincenzo in at the shooting guard. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Some nice passing by New York here. That one falls.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Outside Edwards. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, we've seen this movie before. Edwards is rolling, and his energy right now is infectious.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Off target from outside.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And it's Towns missing. Timberwolves trail by 21. Here's Dillingham. The wide open look here for Ingles. Nice open look, but it's no good. Here's Sims. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got 5 assists in the game.
Well, that's a smart play. Taking advantage of the mismatch in close.
Pass to Ingles. Ingles with the screen for Edwards. No good on the 3.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Dillingham with it. Pass to Reid. Now, here's Ingles. The Timberwolves again can't hit. We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. I'm going back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college, and she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, goodness. Here's Kolek. And there are the Knicks with another bucket.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Towns comes with a double team. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gobert, he's checked in for Reid. Randall comes in for Joe Ingles. McDaniels, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Mike Conley subbed in for Dillingham. Randall left side. 6 to shoot. It's stolen. And now the Knicks on the break. Hart, that's good. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Randall outside. Back to Conley. Pass to McDaniels to stop the drought. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Knicks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
He gets that one.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
Randall no good. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Kept alive. Hart. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
And there hasn't been anything easy for them in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Now Conley. So no problem for New York as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, thanks a lot, Carl. A lot of players got in on the action offensively. When you get it rolling as a team, how good can you be?
I mean, it's awesome, to get a chance to keep the defense guessing. We did a great job of that tonight. We did a fabulous job. We let our defense be our offense tonight, and that's when we were at our best, that's what happens.
It certainly was great on the floor tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game.
But the boy can't